how to change the colors on the Heatmap Liquidity. So this is about 51 volume and it's already red. This is definitely less. It is 27 and it's yellow. And there's a large one, 40 and 123, both of them red. This one is less volume, 23, and it's blue. You would like to turn some of this into less aggressive colors because it's like messing up. So how to tune the colors on the heat map indicator? So we're going to first we need to know that the brightness on this quick menu is under V. You press it, you're gonna get to the B is a maximum brightness 150. For all indicators, we usually set it up for 150 brightness. Play with that, apply, and you will see the changes in the color. So click OK, and you will see the changes immediately. Now, that's one way to play with the colors, but I recommend to use another settings. Click close, and we're going into the indicator, and we're going into the refined settings. It is the bookmap ledger, and we're going to the heat map indicator. And now this is the heat map section 02. We're going to, instead of changing the maximum brightness threshold, we're going to change the volume minimum is 19. That's what we don't show, less than 19 right now, but the volume maximum, that is what defined the threshold for this color, So now we're going to change the volume maximum for both volume max and volume max on a slider for the quick menu out there. So both of them needs to be changed at the same time. I'm going to change it to 75. And this is the NASDAQ NQ. This is NQ index. Change it to 75. Click apply and notice the color for this volume. And now you see that was a bright red. And now it's changed to the yellow and blue. So now we can tune the threshold of the maximum volume. The threshold show us how quickly the color is going to change from the spectrum dark to the blue, to the white, to orange and red with the maximum volume, because we changed maximum volume to the 75. So now if I click on the chart, I can see that 124 is red, 570 is red as well, because it's over 175. We lifted, we changed the maximum volume. So now we changed the spectrum that reflected as the heat, as the amount of the volume on this liquidity line. Orangey kind of 70, so it's gradually coming from one to another color, gradually. So, and this is definitely low, 46, and this is 79, so it's already red. If I would like to change and modify it again, I'm going to the settings and going into the maximum volume max, and I'm going to change, let's say, if I change it dramatically, let's say to the 100, the volume max and volume max on the slider. And this is just a 4-hour exercise. These parameters should be the same always. Click apply and bingo. Now this is 63 and it's kind of white, and 51 is bluish. Then what is white is again 70, because why? Because we lifted our maximum volume to the 100 on the color scheme, so we moved it higher over here. So that's how you can change the amount of the volume reflected with what kind of the spectrum of the color here, or larger is going to change into gradually into another color, but you define it by the maximum volume over here. And here is on a ES, we exercise the same. We're going to the heat map settings. The maximum threshold is 150. It couldn't be higher by default. Now we're going to the volume minimum, 112. This is what we filter out. With the minimum, we filter what is less than 112. We don't show it over there. Some clutter, some junk, and whatever the boats we don't want to see. And volume maximum is right now 175. Volume maximum is 175 on both of these. Now, if I change it to 100, just for sake of exercise to the 100, you're going to see immediate change in colors right over here. Let me apply it. Boom, boom, you've got all in red. Wow, that's not what you would like to see. So if you're seeing all in red, that means you need to uplift the volume maximum, and volume maximum on the slider. I'm going to do it, let's say 200. This is maybe another extreme, but you're going to see the difference immediately. I'm going to click apply. And now this looks more appealing and more kind of like a common sense that the higher volume liquidity with the red, and there's a small liquidity with the blue or a dark blue like over here, the less it doesn't go lesser than 125 because we have the minimum 112. So it's not going to show anything below the 112 because that is the dark areas out there where the nothing is with, well, because we hide it with this filter. We hide it with the filter how many bars it's supposed to be, more than 46. Everything was less than 46 on the 1 minute. It's 46 minutes. This amount of time, 46 minutes, to being shown. If it exists less than 46 minutes on a 1 minute time frame, 46 bars, that it's not gonna be shown over here. So this is the filter, and we going to change now even maximum volume to another to make it more extreme. So you're going to see dependency of the maximum volume. We're going to change it to, I don't know, 500. Okay, and the maximum volume on the slider should be always be same. I'll click apply. And now you're seeing the heat map with more bluish set because we set our maximum to maximum volume is 500. So that is another extreme, and it is probably too much. So you would like to see important volume for you, maybe about 200. So we're going to change to come up with the heat map the way you would like the heat map talks to you, or whatever information pass it to you. Let's say, okay, 175, it's probably good for the S&P or ES ticker, 175. So this is the volume max slider, always the same. Now it makes more sense, but it seems to me it's too much red, although that is exactly the time when the market was absolutely super active. We're going back again, heat map indicator. I'm gonna make it less red by changing this to, let's say, 200. And now this looks more appealing to me and show me more significant volume in the red, less significant in yellow, but it's still danger zone for me to be careful, and the blue is less volume. The chart should be tuned to the way that it makes sense for you to trade.